Bluetooth contacts of confirmed COVID-19 cases on the Arogya Setu app are turning up a 23% positivity rate for the coronavirus and helping identify hotspots 7 days faster than what's possible without the app. At least 25 countries around the world, including India, have deployed contact tracing apps to help contain infections by notifying all those who come into contact with a carrier. There is no standard approach being taken by policymakers, and positions are just hardening on the two sides of the privacy debate. What is the government's approach to public goods during a health emergency? I speak with Abhishek Singh, CEO of MyGov India, which developed Arogya Setu. Here's what he said.
So, one tool which has been tried in several countries across the world is to do contact tracing. So, what it does is that, like when you have this app, and everyone else also has this app, so it keeps your Bluetooth data and the GPS data on your phone till such time you are not infected. So suppose a person A meets a person B, the Bluetooth data are their each other's Bluetooth data and the latitude, longitude of the place that they are meeting and the time at which they are meeting. This will be stored in their respective phones, and this data will remain secure on their own phones. And this data doesn't go anywhere. Only in the case one person is found to be COVID 19 positive, then the data on that phone with regard to who all he had met in the last 2 weeks, that data is shared on the server. And based on that, those with whom he might have come in contact inadvertently, they are alerted that somebody with whom you had been in close contact with has been diagnosed COVID 19 positive. With the messaging alert, depending on the recency and depending on the time for which they had been in contact, and depending on the distance at which the contact happened, the algorithm, what it does is that it gives them relative degree of risk, whether it's low, whether it's moderate, and high. And these people are advised, depending on the protocols, either for quarantine, either for self isolation, or either for testing. So they stay home, they don't move out, and then these people who might have the virus or might not have the virus, they stop spreading the virus. So this is a one technological tool which helps in ensuring that we are able to stop the chain of spread of the virus and ensure that we do not have as many cases as has been seen in other countries, and be able to protect people. We are able to protect ourselves, we are able to protect our loved ones, we are able to protect everyone else. Like first time when you register on the app, that time only you enter your personal data, your name and other details, and this data is taken only once. After that, the app assigns you a device ID, and this device ID is the one with which all other interactions take place subsequently. So the data remains anonymized, and all the interaction that happens later on also, if in case it is pushed to the server, they are done in an encrypted format, and only information with regard to medical interventions, only information which is required for ensuring that which person should be quarantined, which person should be tested, or which areas need to be sanitized to ensure we don't let the virus spread more. Only that information is shared, and that also it is shared with only government health representatives who take necessary medical interventions with the objective of protecting lives, with the objective of protecting people. That's how it happens. The privacy policy of the app very clearly defines the period of retention of that data. All data that remains on your phone for all people who are not at risk, that data is destroyed within 30 days of the creation of the data. All data that is sent to the server for non-risk patients, that is destroyed within 45 days of the uploading of that data. And all data with regard to people who have tested COVID-19 positive, that data is destroyed 60 days from the date of cure of that person. We know that this app is helping us identify the Bluetooth contacts. We know that amongst those who have been identified as Bluetooth contacts of COVID 19 positive, amongst that, when we do the testing, the positive rate that we are getting is almost 23%, which is much higher than the normal testing positive rate that we are getting. We know that the data from this app is helping us identify hotspots, and we are identifying hotspots which will be otherwise be declared hotspots 7 days later. So this is helping us take necessary steps and protect people. So our objective Right now, Government of India's objective, Ministry of Health's objective, the IT Ministry's objective, the NIC who is leading the effort, our objective is to ensure that we focus on saving lives. There will be some people who will be raising those questions. As far as possible, we are giving answers to those questions also. There have been issues raised about privacy that was also very clearly clarified. And there is no other app which anyone is using in India today, which has greater privacy features than what Arogya Setu has. If suppose in a particular area, if the number of Bluetooth contacts is coming out to be higher, then we have a data analyst team led by the best of the academicians and scientists that we have at IIT Madras and IIT Bangalore. So what they do is that they calculate the number of cumulative hours of contact with a positive person. So while the virus may come 2 weeks, 10 to 12 to 14 days from now, but if we are getting to know that there is a particular area and that they do this analysis at a sub pin code level, in the particular habitation or particular locality in which more number of people have come in contact with the COVID-19 positive, then we may expect an outbreak in that area. So because we know that the positive COVID-19 positive percentages in Bluetooth contact areas is almost 23%. So if the number of people who are in contact with the Bluetooth positive persons is higher, and right now that area is a green zone, but if more number of people have come, then obviously we may expect something to happen there. So over there, we share this information with the district administration, with the state governments, in order to ensure that this potential hotspots, necessary lockdown measures or containment areas are taken to ensure that only those people who have the virus ultimately turn positive and they don't further spread. So this is a huge potential for an early warning system and help us save lives. It's something that we need to be proud of. It has been designed with privacy concerns in mind. Privacy first is the prime objective. Everything that we do, we have tried to examine it from the lens of the best privacy norms that we can have. It conforms to the draft privacy bill that is pending in the parliament. It conforms to all standard norms that one can think of, and it conforms to the challenges we face in a country like India with a high density of population and large number of people living in small small houses where people do not have the comfort of social distancing and all. So when we look at the kind of role the app is playing in helping India control the pandemic, people should appreciate that. And there are already we are getting queries from other countries and other places with regard to how we did it and whether we are willing to share it with them for helping them in their crisis. So the critics will be there. We welcome them. Sometimes what they say makes us strive harder and ensure that what we do is the best and is in the best interest of the people of India.